Well, let's start this. Uh-oh. Things are moving. There we go. Yep.
Glancing over my records of the late last century, I am faced by the events of a certain bitter winter. A murder in a carriage as it sped through dense London fog in the dead of night. Though the victim and the perpetrator were the only ones inside, there were multiple witnesses to the crime itself. However, none could have imagined at the time that such a seemingly obvious case as this would end in such a horrendous manner. My friend, Mr. Herlock Sholmes, once said of the incident, "I believe that perhaps that case was indeed the prelude. The beginning of a long concerto that impressive Japanese student and I were to play together."
Amazing. Is this really just a railway station?
Railway station or not, I've never seen such an enormous building before.
And look at all the steam locomotives.
Oh, this is pretty cool.
This country is incredible.
Selling wares outside the London city streets.
I feel like I'm dreaming.
So this is the capital of Great Britain.
So, where to?
Oh, hello.
Climb aboard. I'll take you wherever you want to go.
In that case, the Supreme Court in Whitehall, if you wouldn't mind.
My pleasure. I suppose you're visiting students from abroad, eh?
Yes.
Thought so. Well then, I hope you enjoy your stay.
I thought they were about to pickpocket him. I was like,
Welcome to the centre of the world, Great Britain's mighty
you know, you grew up in a bad city. You know, you grew up in a bad neighborhood. When you see two people look at suitcases and thinking, "Oh, they're about to rob this boy." What an incredible place. It's so imposing, it's almost suffocating. This place is breathtaking. It looks like a fortress. There's some buildings like this in Japan now, of course. They've only been built in a few short decades since we opened our borders to the outside world. Then an example like this is quite a different impact, wouldn't you agree? Far cry from the wood and paper most of our buildings are constructed from. It's certainly unfamiliar. I think there's more to the difference than just construction materials. There's clocks. The guys live in the clock tower. I would imagine this place to get really annoying. Go all the clicks and clocks of the clock itself and the gears grinding against each other. But yeah, you know. Villains tend to like this place. I've guessed other people too. Oh, Chief Justice Officer's name is on. The Supreme Court of Great Britain. Lord Chief Justice. Instructed to report here at this time. The circumstances were different. We were supposed to let the Lord Chief Justice know that we had arrived from Japan. Because we can't. No. Instead, we're here to a different capacity. As an invoice, we put the news of Colonel Summer's death. Yes. And having delivered his social message, the inventory is done. And we have to return to Japan. We're to remain here in Great Britain. To take Customer's place as loyal student selected for the story tour. Yes, which means you need to require recent qualifications as a lawyer. That's what I've been studying for. Here in Great Britain is the Lord Chief Justice who appoint lawyers. So that's the second reason why we're here. To have you officially recognized as a lawyer. It's the only way we ever made it in London. I hope I'm up to scratch. Ah, good morning. Tough for keeping you. Why do you look evil? Just sure you are not too talked for your long voyage from Japan. Seems I'm 1 hour, 12 minutes, and 40 seconds late. My apologies. No, do not mention it. We're never happier than we are standing around much to do. Unfortunate. So introductions. I am Mal Strongheart, Lord Chief Justice of the Great British Empire. Like a little mouse on his elephant foot. No, don't be a mouse. Oh. It's an honor to meet you, Lord Chief Justice Shadowroninn. I'm Runosuke Nando from the Empire of Japan. Well, Mr. Nando. Welcome to London, the capital of glorious British Empire. Ah yes, thank you. But what are your impressions become so far? How do you like London? Oh, very, been so nervous for since I get here. I can't remember thinking about the city. London isn't Mr. London. Oh? We had a wonderful view of London streets from the carriage of the way here at the station. Everything's so impressive and grand. Must say, almost lost for words. I'm glad to hear you like it. The city boasts tramways, pipe water, and gas, even cable supplying electricity. We spearhead every other revolution technology in the world. Every visitor to London is astounded. Oh yes, astounded is the word. Thank you for sending me this other side. It seems jolly and full of vigor. Yes. There's much excitement about the upcoming great exposition we'll be hosting here in London. Great exposition. Culture and technology achievements from around the globe are to be exhibited here in our great city. It will be the greatest spectacle of this kind in history, and will make Paris Sport Fair look like a toy shop. Gosh, I can't imagine how this is going to be. Great Britain's capital is nothing but magnificent. London is the center of the modern world. You say so yourself. So we never set on our great empire. It's his fate that the progress of times we've welcomed visitors from the land of the rising sun. Lord Chief Justice, I think you were expecting a student of the law for this study tour, weren't you? Absolutely. Miss Kazuma Ozaki, if my memory serves. That's all. It's already been telegraphed before reporting the situation, and saying the young man lost his life aboard the steamboat bound for our shores. That is amazing. The news reaches him before we arrived. My country naturally sends its deepest condolences to us. Oh, thank you. Your Honor, this appointment strictly informed me of the news. Yes. In the especially for invoice from Japan to report the sad news in person. Tell me you Japanese are people of poor courtesy. I see that is true. It is with some regret I must inform you. The death of the young lawyer means the study joys with Turk can only proceed. If you just hear us out, Lord Strikeout. What do you have to say, young man? About the study tour. Down here would like to make a proposal. But he now. Well, Mr. Naruhondo. This is it then. Moment of truth. Stand up. And shout out your voice, Japanese students! Alright, whose armband does he have? I think it's Lord Justice. Lord Strongheart. I was wondering if perhaps you would consider allowing me to study tour to go ahead. Don't understand me, but I would ideally like to see the tour go ahead. Without a lawyer from your country, there's nothing that can be done. Well, in that case, what if there was someone else? Another lawyer from Japan, I mean. Is there something I don't know? Oh. Only a single lawyer was invited to Great Britain from the new country. And that was Mr. Sogi. At least, that is what I've been led to understand. Well, the thing is, it really isn't going to go well at all. Just can't seem to find the right words to say this to, man. Sando, I could ruin things if I'm not careful. I'm going to say. It's me. I can do it. Is that so? I mean, don't actually have qualifications and such, but no qualifications, you say. Yet you still claim to be a lawyer? I've acted as a lawyer in court before. Only once as it happens. A customer helped me and I was accused, but glossed over the details. I've been spinning off my own journey here to Great Britain studying. I've learned all about British law and court proceedings while I was on board the SS Buria. For 50 days, I believe that what you might call a full education. Become a qualified lawyer here in Britain, not only do you need a full university degree in law, but you also must complete several years of training. I realize it's far too short of a period of time, but I can't just go back to Japan. Just Mr. Sogi's journey had only just begun. Coming here on the study tour was all he thought about. I have to carry on and do everything he's planned to do. I know it must sound like I have overinflated opinion of myself, but I would do anything to prove that I have what it takes. Any test you care to send me. Just one chance. That's all I'm asking for. Please. 31 seconds. Sorry. The opening statement there. It's 31 seconds long. Not too brief, not too protracted. Perfect just appear, I would say. Which is a skill that would stand you in good stead as a lawyer. Oh, thanks. So you're willing to put those words to try, are you? Well, I'm searching for entertainment. But let me ask you one thing first, sir. Yes. Hey, how you doing, Jackson? You say you tend to do everything Mr. Sogi planned to do. Or you're fully set on that path. No, yes, that is my intention. See. Merging things. Or that his expression just altered a fraction there all of a sudden. Jackson, he died! Last case, he died. Oh, you have your wish, I give you a chance. Test to become a especially certified lawyer. Whether you pass or fail is entirely down to you. Really? What's this test? What form of the sex test exactly? Tell me, Thunder, what do you consider the role of lawyer to be? Well, defending people, of course. Yeah, by an accident he has died, and now I have taken his role. Well, I'm trying to take his role to do what he's trying to do here. That's it. You have to defend someone. The timing is perfect. In fact, there's an up to trial about to begin later today. No advocate has been appointed for the defense as yet, so this would be a welcome news. Today, straight away. You managed to secure a verdict of not guilty, you'll be able to pass my test. What could be simpler? I get myself into this situation. Well, can I ask for some try this so strong up? Yes, good question. I remember. Why are you today, Miss Jackson, President Jefferson? It's a murder trial. Murder? Extreme simple case, I understand. You really can't lose. It's easy to say. But I should mention, just in case, if the defendant is found guilty, he will, of course, be sentenced to capital punishment. Capital punishment? No, he'll be put to death. Here in Great Britain, murderers are sent to the gallows without exception. Assuming you read that much in your short C-based introduction to British law. Can't possibly give you such a test. Be toying the man's life. I'm Lord Chief Justice, and I've decided it's acceptable. But can you do that? Can you? There's no need to overcomplicate this. All you have to do is ensure that you do not lose. So the defendant may live or die, depending on how I perform in court. If I lose, you'll be hanged. Mr. Nando, you come to me claiming to be a lawyer. You want me to take you seriously? You need to prove you're willing to do a lawyer's job. And you say you tend to see through the way of your companion, Mr. Soggy? I would like you to understand that's how far you're willing to go in order to make that happen. Assessing my resolve. What's the matter? You're falling silent. I'm sorry, but time is pressing. The trial begins shortly. I need an answer from you now. What does it be? What do I say? Do I agree to this test? I do. We're doing it. We're going in. Balls to the wall. Balls deep. Let's do this. Alright. Seconds. This needs work if you need to be a lawyer. It was too slow. So as I expected, isn't it? Sorry. You have no intentions, but you'd like resolve to see them through. Test is cancer. Thank you for stopping by. To inquire your ticket for patches back to the east tomorrow. This conversation's over. So what can I do? Understand. You do? Tell these decisions to us by the phenomenon and the circumstances. But resolve has nothing to do with it. Trying to say, madam. I think what this means is that no matter how badly I like to be recognized as a lawyer and stay here in Great Britain, to risk another man's life by throwing his one and only chance at a trial so trivially would be unforgivable. I feel exactly the same way. I'm sure the defendant won't see this trial as a test and some kind of experiment. Oil may fight for his clients in court day after day, but for each one of those clients, the particular day that stands in the dock may be my only chance they fight to prove their innocence. No, I was wrong. I'm not qualified to do the job yet. I'm sorry for wasting your precious time, Lord Chief Justice. Wait, Mr. Nando. I know his name is Nando, but I can't say it all that once, so I'm just going Nando. Was that something else? Probably 12 minutes by carriage to the Old Bailey from here. If you leave immediately, you should still be there in time. But as I just said that, I was quite serious in what I told you. The defendant in this case has literally no one to advocate for him. But at this point, he can't hope to find someone to represent him. The trial will begin without a defense, and if that happens, there's only one possible outcome. You receive the most severe sentence the judge can pass down. That's awful. That is the truth. To be like this. Please, don't expect an answer to every question. The cold hard truth of the matter is that there's only one person who now with a chance to save this man from a very miserable end. And that is you. Tossed into the fire! God's just like, I'm not throwing you a softball. Here's a spicy ass curve at the start of this entire match. Well, you can hit this out of the park all night, it's on you. So, what do you say now, madam? What do you mean launch on thought? You said it wasn't an easy decision to choose whether to defend a man as a successor, and I agree. But my explanation, it's purely simply a matter of resolve. Oh. Our time's up here. I have a meeting to attend. I must leave in 2 minutes and 16 seconds. So, venture into our great city and enjoy yourselves. He's gone. The Old Bailey. We're going to do this, Miss Nanda? We must leave at once. At 9:45 a.m. The Old Bailey, defendant's antechamber. Thank goodness, we're in time. There's still 50 minutes until the trial begins. I don't know how strong cars could go so fast. I thought my teeth were going to us soon. See what I said to the driver when we climb aboard? Get us to our destination in 5 minutes, driver, and there's a getting in it for you. One of my favorite lines from the Sherlock Holmes stories. It worked quite perfectly. Sure why you're so pleased, but that we were going to die, and we had to pay gold for the privilege. Well, at least we arrived here before the trial started. Yes, I suppose there's that. Anyway, I don't understand it. The court clerk said the defendant should be here, but there's no one inside of him now. So this whole barely, even this room for defendants to wait in is grand. You know, I wish I had snacks. I'm a snacky kind of guy, and I don't have snacks, so it's been weird. Pretty intense, that's all. This place gives me the same sense of foreboding that we went from the Supreme Court in Japan. Pressure fair. Almost as if the building itself is going to crush whoever is about to be sentenced. It feels like the only yesterday I was about to be crushed. Yes, whoever this man defending is, imagine he's feeling well alone at this moment. Top the morning to you, madam, sir. What's you doing following me here? Things are fair desperate, are they? Sorry. When you look at those expressionless faces, from the east are yours? We're from Japan, yes. Ah, Japan is it? Right. Say no more. So, how much do us need? No, we're just here because... No need to explain yourself, fella. I've been there myself, so I have. No place to go, nothing to eat, barely a penny to your name, all that run in strange foreign land. No, actually, we haven't found a place to stay yet, you know. Tis grand. I stopped by giving those 1,000 guineas. Say nothing now. 1,000 guineas? Please, Miss Sutton, you don't have to shout. But 1,000 guineas is enough to build an entire mansion in the most prestigious area of Tokyo. What? Just nothing to me at all. I'd like to ensure I have specific funds to weather a rainy day, you see. I have enough wealth to buy the city of London 2 or 3 times over. Could this much rain fall in one day? Even so, can possibly accept such a large amount of money. Hit me in the eye. Don't get me wrong, fella. I'm not giving it to you. No string attached. I've been wanting you to do something for me. Oh? To be honest, it's a little embarrassing. Trial's about to begin, you see. It's for my good self here. I'll be in the dock. So now, what I want you to do is come along with me and stand there beside me. Officially, you'd be my lawyer, but that's just a little detail now. Oh, well, the thing is, don't bear a check. All you have to do is stand up and next to me, nothing more. Otherwise, you see, trial's going to start without me having any kind of representation at all. But what's true? The Chief Justice wasn't making it all up. If you could toss somebody 1,000 guinea, I guess 1,000 gold coins, who wouldn't stand up to be your lawyer? Being you the defendant in this trial? Blessed blazes, do you just not know who I am? Me. I'm one of London's biggest names. No, sorry, we only just arrived in the city, you see. Let's see. I suppose it ain't altogether impossible. Well, just next to Hyde Park, there's a centre of London. Another beautiful park. Sorry, a park? What? Just call it McGoody Park. Full of blossom flowers, and the spring and the singing birds and whatnot. I joined into the city, so I did. The entire park? In central London? A city of smiles. That's my visions for London. And there's nothing McGiddy won't do for the city of its crowd of all people. That's amazing. I mean, really extraordinary. But now they got to say I'm no good for nothing criminal. Me, Marcus McCready. What is the matter with the London police? I ask you. Alright, don't pass out. It's right, speaking is so weird to my tongue. Cause you gotta give it that little, you know, shut and say calm, and the way he speaks is just weird. Perhaps now should be a good time to introduce ourselves while the gentleman catches his breath. Good idea. Mr. McGiddy, the thing is, we're actually here in London to study British law. Well, law student on a study tour from Japan, you see. So, if you don't have a lawyer for the trial yet, and you're happy to put yourself in our hands, we'll do our best. What was I after? You're definitely... Well, oh, okay, let me try to say it this way. What was I after saying you're deaf? Is it? Is it? Is it? You're deaf, is it? Yeah, I'll go with it. You're deaf, is it? I'm giving you 1,000 guineas to stand up there next to me, haven't I? Oh yes, but I wasn't really offering to just stand up there next to you. I think I see what's going on here. Sorry. I know what you're thinking. This chancellor of a fella claims to have more money than the Queen's. But if that's true, by the basic he hired the finest lawyer in all of England. I mean, they weren't thinking it, but I was. Because he did it. That's the only explanation. Well. I don't want to say yes, but I want to say yes. Yes, exactly. What now? Well, like you said, your father wanted it, but you don't have anyone to represent you in court. There's no logical conclusion other than your guilty of charges. Well, call a spade in the East, so do you do? Oh, well, sorry, I didn't mean any offense. Still, I can't express myself very well in English, you see. Sure what's acceptable to say and what isn't so. Is that so? Because she's showing it fluent enough when you were telling me what a black god I must be. Terribly sorry. I cannot say I blame you for thinking it, fella. It is a little strange, to be honest. Why don't you have a lawyer on me? That would be the fault of the Reaper. I'm not gonna like this dude, am I? Sorry, did he just say the Reaper? Aye, the Grand Reaper of the ballet. Lord Barnavak von Kais is the prosecutor. The prosecutor is the Grand Reaper? When von Kais stands for the vote of question, they call the accused his sacrifices lambs. And to this day, in every single trial in which he's been prosecuted, the accused have been damned. What? And so it reaches a desperate situation to where there's no one willing to stand in defense against the fella at all. You could say he's a living legend with the Old Bailey. Goodness. But Barak von Kais. Barak von Kais. This guy's German. This guy has to be German. Was an exceptional talented prosecutor then. Talented isn't the word you're looking for, madam. It's cussed. Cussed! Far enough! The Prince's summoned his endless counsel. Please rush your way into the courtroom. The trials will begin. It's counsel, that would be me. Just time. Well then, fellow, don't let me down. I don't know anything about the case. You haven't told me what happened. Till you show your face here. Made up my mind. I've made up me mind, so I had. Sorry. Besides, I have to defend myself in there. How would you have that worked? Would you make me an appearance? Oh, still a vlog, would you know? Just no accident. I can assure you of that. Just fate. So don't go for now, please. I really know nothing about the case, about this man. In fact, the only thing I do know is I can't turn my back on him. Listen, the man has no one. He'll have to stand alone in that courtroom armed to defend himself. It's something the Cosmo would never allow us to happen. Cosmo's defense, what are you doing? If you're late for the start of the trial, you'll lose your right to stand. I'll be right there. Let's do this. For Cosmo! First try in the British court. Nope, you're watching over me, Cosmo. Because I have no idea how I'm going to get managed this.